Hi, beautiful souls! Another great news in this International Women's Day that we will have our summer talks with one of the inspiration women who own the business and a swim store. Want to hear a great experience from this lady? Stay tuned and watch our YouTube channel at Bali Summer Manufacturer. Thank you! Hi, Sam! Hi, Samantha! How are you? You look gorgeous with the long hair and the makeup on because usually we have our meeting like bare face. How are you? Happy. We're doing very great thanks to you because you are one of our supporters. Thank you so much. How's your day? How's the business? How's everything? How's life?
So actually right now we have something super exciting going on. We're working on our first fashion show.
Oh.
We're going to be presenting a fashion show at a local restaurant that is a little distance away from our store.
Oh.
So that's going to be this Saturday. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's a great news. You will be the host that you create this event and you invited people and brands to join.
Correct. So we're showcasing some of our designs, and part of the sales of the event or from the restaurant as well as our swimwear is going to go to a local wildlife hospital as well too.
That's a great news. A great start. Whoa. It's basically about what's your business and where did you get idea and then how to maintain your business. So basically the first question will be how long that you have been started your swimwear, when did it start actually and when did the idea come and then you started.
Okay, so we officially launched our line in November of 2020, in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic.
Oh,
Perfect time, middle of winter.
Okay.
The pandemic. But the idea had come many, many years before. Years ago, I was living with Gladys, who was my business partner.
What?
I had taken over her dining room table, and she let me sew samples there every night. So I was sewing all these different bikinis that I wanted to do and coming up with all these ideas. And I put the samples away for years. And then one day she came to me and said, hey, I have the money to get these samples produced. What do you think if we try this? And so me, as you know, contacted you. And that was in 2019, I believe.
Wow. It's a year development, yeah? Deciding and determine and choosing the colors and everything. Wow. It's
the samples and the prints, and obviously with coronavirus we had a lot longer than we had to wait once we had everything ready, but it was well worth the wait. And that was our first collection that we launched, and then from there we did a couple more.
Remember that the first time will be definitely the hardest time for you because for all, I believe that it will be the hardest time for all the startup because you need to put a lot of investment, not only the time but money and then your energy, and then also choosing, determine which style and what's prints and what's color and the whole collection. It's a big jump in your life,
For sure.
And I remember it's about the palm tree, remember? And then a placement and everything. That's a really a big charm, and it's need a big ball to have that start because you directly into the placement things, remember that one of your style you have a placement, remember? And
I'd always go for the hardest thing straight out of the gate. I want to make it as difficult as possible right away.
Then it's always like a question. If we have a difficult way, then why we choose the easiest? You know? That's silly, but that's happened, especially for the woman, right?
Oh, exactly. I never seen you be with.
Okay.
Please don't place the most difficult print I can order. I'm gonna order that.
Okay, I will be underline that. So I need to be prepared. Okay, so remember all the palm and then the color and everything. So like, where did you get the inspiration, like the design and then the print? The second thing, the second collection, it's quite big different because you have those contrasts in one piece, like different color. It's like, oh really? You really did that. So for me, it's like, wow. But yeah, you did it. You make it with all the prints, color and everything. It's like a strong color,
Yeah.
And how did you get?
So we live in South Florida, and it's a very loud, colorful, unique place, and at times even, I would say, crazy.
Okay.
A little bit. And between the both of us, Puerto Rico is a very loud, colorful place as well. So we both are just drawn to a lot of bright colors and bright prints and interesting contrasts, and even like the color block that you mentioned. With the palm tree one, funny enough, that one was an interesting story. Years ago, I had taken a photograph of this place in Naples. There's this very wealthy area, and there's this beautiful empty lot, and you could see right to the beach. And it was the only one you could see directly to the beach from the street. So I took a photo, and I had it tattooed on me, actually.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
contacted the tattoo artist, and I was like, hey, can I turn this into a print for my business? And so at that point, he turned it into a complete illustration for me. And that's how that palm tree design was forward. And we still use it to this day now.
Oh my God, that's really great idea, because then you like finally make it happen, when you have an idea, vision. It's such a great thing if you can finally live it, like make it into the reality. It's not only like a design, but also like the color and then the prints. And then the second one, it will be based on like the colorful of the people likes actually in that your area, right? Because they like the strong color.
Florida is a very colorful place. If you look at a lot of pictures of like Key West and Miami, it's very vibrant colors and strong prints. And so for this next collection, we knew that we wanted to do some one pieces for the first time. And we decided that we wanted to make it kind of reminiscent of this area, and also reminiscent too of Gladys's Puerto Rican culture, which we incorporated in some of the Spanish names that we use. Like, for instance, the color block is aquarium and the orchid is orchidea.
Oh,
like
such
that.
a beautiful. It's also like really unique, right? You have like the asymmetries. Remember when like we trying to couple things to revise it?
Oh, yeah.
It's always the hardest thing. But then it came.
One of these were way easier in my
Definitely, yeah, because it has to be like a couple of time revision and authors.
For sure. And to get the fit perfectly too, where I'd like the one with all the petals.
Yeah.
To get that to fit and look like how it's supposed to, it was way easier in my mind.
It's a gorgeous color, seriously. It's like a really clever, like you did ever, like the choose of the contrast and then the color and then the pattern itself. So it's like a completely whole things, the orange, the green one, it's bland and it came out really beautiful. Congratulations to you.
Well, you guys brought it to life.
Yeah, but You are the one that the designer. So congratulations for all the ideas.
Said it without the extreme fears of
It's a pleasure. It's supposed to be like that, when you have an idea, basically, and then communicate, then we will well understand about your vision and what you want to achieve. Then we will try to make it assist to make it happen. Hopefully,
And you guys totally do that.
hopefully we can still support you going further.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you so much. So basically, all the ideas basically based on your neighborhood and your place, and you try to bring it up and put it into your design and your collection, right? It's such a beautiful things because finally you highlight the area and then the culture and then the colors. Great job, Sam. Another achievement. So yeah, next question. Basically, how's everything? The business progress, how to maintain it, and the one when we started, you mentioned that start this Saturday. You start an event like a fashion show. Is it only for the swimwear, or you have another brand line? So tell us about it more.
Yeah, so initially we had started off solely online, as you know, and we started doing pop-up events different places. So we started physically bringing our swimwear places, trying to sell it at the weirdest places you can imagine, breweries, where they sell beer and all sorts of funny places. But through that, you realize that talking to people and communicating with that and getting them to feel the fabrics, because the recycled fabric is something that's very important to us, and kind of communicating that message of eco-friendliness was so much easier and more well received in person that we started kind of looking around for storefronts. And in April last year, we got keys to our very first brick and mortar storefront, which we finally officially opened in November. And with that being said, what we decided is our line, to grow a line obviously takes time, and and to get all the styles that you want and to grow as big as you want to be able to carry all those styles is something that is further down the road for us. So at that point, we decided to bring in other brands that were working with eco-friendly fabrics and recycled materials and worrying about the ethicality of their manufacturing, and we decided that we could kind of turn that into an idea, especially being on the beach, where our city is right on the beach. It makes sense that we would have an option to shop for the beach that would be eco-friendly. So finally, in November, we officially opened that. And thank you. They stand up for sure, but we felt like it was the right time, and I think the in-person shopping experience as it did, and being in a beach town, it was something it felt like you could capitalize on a little bit better, because of the fact that it is a very touristy area here. We've got a lot of visitors. They don't know so much about the eco-friendly aspect of being on the beach and trying to take care of it, and we felt like it was a really good fit. So here we are now. 5 months down the road again, and it's going great. And we are doing our first fashion show in the neighborhood that our store is in this Saturday. So we're going to be showcasing a lot of our designs as well as some of the other brands that we have in store. And the entire event, the proceeds are going to benefit a local wildlife house.
Wow,
So I'm super excited about it.
oh, congratulations! It's a great achievement, from the 2019. And wow, it's a short time to make this step. Launching it. You open the store during the hurricane. Get started and everything, and then hey, you're still here. you pass everything and even you do great things more, you know? It's a great, you need to be proud of yourself and then support others and then give like more education to the visitor, the tourists, like if they want to buy a swimmer, there is another option to still being part of the trying to save and keep the earth like safety, you know, something like it's a great idea. And then having your shop in and everything, it's salute for you and your team and Gladys. It's amazing to see your growth from the beginning and even be part of it. So yeah, it's such an honor. Congratulations. And then hopefully best wishes for the Saturday with the event. I believe it will be like one big event in your neighborhood. You said it will be like will be held in the around your neighborhood, right? In one restaurant nearby.
Yes, there's a restaurant that has been in that area for over 30 years, and they're the ones that are going to be hosting us for the fashion show, which is very, very exciting.
It's feels like your neighborhood is like supporting each other, which is great because it's not we have that community in every city or every area, you know.
Absolutely. And the neighborhood we're in is a few up and coming neighborhoods. So it's really exciting. And especially being a women-owned business, there's a lot of women-owned businesses around, and our manufacturer is one. So it just kind of completes the circle for us.
Congratulations one more time. So I cannot stop to saying this, but honestly, yeah, it's really a big jump, a great decision. Great choices, and yeah, you have everything. You have that ability to do the right things in the right time. So congratulations.
Thank you so much for all of your guidance and patience. So this whole thing, we could not have done it without you.
I
have loved getting to know you over the past several years.
Same with us. It's so beautiful to know you. So yeah. And it's also like answering our next question about why finally that you support other brands to join with you and be with the same vision. I mean, like with the eco-friendly brands, and then, but how did you start it? Like how you, well, whether you have an announcement or it's like a mouth around, like a friend by friend, tell us.
So I follow them all different ways. It's amazing how it's come to light. Initially, I had reached out to a couple different brands that were doing this sustainable thing. I verified where their manufacturing was coming from, that it was something that kind of aligned with our beliefs. And then it just kind of snowballed from there. I realized there's so many small companies out there trying to make a big difference. And I almost thought, what if we got them all together? Because then at that point, got a lot of smaller voices doing something bigger and sending a bigger message out there. And even like randomly this summer, we weren't officially open and we weren't supposed to be, but we were. Okay. Oh, Shani, if you're listening. So this lady came in and she was trying out our swimsuits and she absolutely loved it. She loved that string one with the tassels on there.
Yeah. The black one.
Yeah. So she was from Miami. She was buying that, and she was like, "Oh, you should meet my friend. She sews swimwear, and she's starting up her own line. She's worked for a bunch of people for a long time. We should meet her." And I was like, "Well, thank you, but really, we're trying to do only recycled stuff." And she said, "Oh no, she does the recycled stuff. She's super into that." And so this lady came, she drove over, we had a great time with her. She's actually coming to our fashion show this Saturday. And then I had a gentleman walk in the store just like a month or two ago. And he was like, "Hey, I've been working on these shorts for 2 years. Like, I'm a local brand. We're doing men's swimwear trunks essentially." And he showed us I said, that's great, because we're only doing recycling stuff. And he said, no, look at it. It's all made in a recycled plastic bottles. And then we were able to verify his manufacturing and get him on board. So it's just, we've gotten people from the most random places. And it's all these small businesses just like ourselves. And I remember how hard it was to try to get our swimwear in any stores. And just to be the person that can say yes and come on in, and we got a whole concept around that's celebrated. I am pretty proud of it.
Oh, that's great. Like heard it means like it came to you, right? You don't have to a lot of effort to find them, but then hey, the universe bring them to you, you know?
Exactly.
It's like so coincident, but you know what? I never believe about coincidence. It's like already a setup. Depends on what your vibes, and then your vibes is like invite them to finally find you, you know?
It was tough. Yeah, for sure. No, I 100% believe that. The way that he came to us is just so random.
Yeah.
And when we first got started, we were trying to get our sub in a lot of stores. And it was a lot of no's, a lot of rejections, a lot of maybe we'll talk later. And there wasn't really the clear space for us to land with our eco-friendly concept. And obviously it being like cheap wear swimwear. We live in a very conservative town, and so it's a lot more on the cool comfort side of things.
Yeah.
So to be the space that people can come with their more unique stuff is a really great feeling. And I think there is a space.
Yeah, that's great, because then I heard it about how you did it, and wow, it's give me a shock, because well, you never try, it's never planned, you know, it's never been your plan before, but then it came to you, and then it's like you know where to switch, and then right away you get the sign, and then you change it, you make a improvement even better. So yeah, great job.
That's the idea. Eventually, obviously, we hope that the store would be 100% all our own stuff. But for right now, we would love to bring in other products that we're doing.
Yeah, it's been like such a great thing. It's amazing to see, to hear your experience and your vision, and then finally make it into reality, because not many people can do it, you know, like have a vision, mission, and then start it, create it, even maintain it, you know. Some of them just like give up, not even start it, and they already give up because it's way too much work, or it's too complex, too much investment need. So yeah, it's hopefully you can, because you are in the right place, Sam. It's never been better if you doing other things, but I think this is you, this is your thing, this is your future, and then something that you love. So it's such a great thing to do what we love, you know, and
For sure.
live on it. So yeah, so I see that you have been done many great things, but it's just wondering what's next, what's after, like this Saturday event, like the fashion show, local fashion show, and what's next? What's a big step, another big steps that you have been in mind, or maybe you have already prepared, you know? You never know. It's always a surprise from you, you know? And it's a good thing.
We've definitely changed our vision quite a few times.
Yeah, but yeah, you, like mentioned, you do such a right time, right things, right decision in the right time.
Well, for us, I think the next step is definitely going to be growing our store. We do live in a tour town, so there's a lot of opportunity there in terms of bathing suit sales, in terms of getting our message across, being, you know, very environmentally focused. So that's going to be something that we delve into a lot more heavily. And with that being said, eventually I envision my store to be all of our own stuff. So all of our own swimwear designs, and that's where I want to head for the future. So hopefully this summer we're looking to do a new collection. I already have some sketches I got to send you.
Yay!
More terrible print placements and random scraps coming
Another difficult, easy swimwear design, right? Which we glad to have and try to create a reality for you. With all the color and much more color, strong color, just like you. And then more placement, maybe. We never know.
Who knows what I'll come up with that. So that's going to be our focus. I would say for the next year, we want to get the store really on solid ground. In the future, I would love to have other stores. I would love to look at doing our online a little bit more seriously. I think I underestimated truly how much work it takes to have an online business.
Oh.
So in the next year, that's something I'd like to definitely revisit and see if we can make it a little bit stronger than we previously did.
You should have both ways because, you should have both ways. Because then you can reach more people by online that not nearby or not come as a visitor. It's such a great thing, I think, if you start it.
Well, for sure. That's how I met you.
That's one point. Yeah, so it's a great. So how it works? Do you make it like a separate shop, a store, the plan, or you have shut it down and replace with all your own, or how it works, the plan? We know you change a lot, yeah. So it's not a shock if you change a lot again, which is we know.
Well, and that's what eventually I want to start doing more and more of our own designs and keep doing bigger and bigger collections where eventually it will fill our store. And we have other things too, like sunglasses. And
Yeah.
Stuff that will take years to replace down the road because we value quality.
Yeah.
And we want our stuff to be quality items that someone can wear 3 and 5 years from now and it still looks as fantastic.
Exactly.
As it is. And so for us to do that, we want to make sure that everything we create is up to that standard. So my vision is that we start with the Woodman Swimwear, and once we get the store filled out with all our own, then we're going to be calling you for men's.
And then we need to be ready, which is we are ready.
Which I know you guys have already expanded in half. So.
Thank you. So once you have everything ready, then will it feel more in store, or you have a plan to open like another one?
Eventually, I'd love to open another store. With Florida is mostly coastline. It's very much like where you live. It's a lot of coastline, so there's a lot of coastal areas. And I think that despite there being a lot of coastal areas, there really is a lot of focus on how to be a little bit more environmentally conscious with your choices.
Yeah.
And so I think it's something that we could really grow into in other cities, and it makes sense. I mean, obviously, this is something that's laid out the road, but ideally, that's where I'd love to head because I think it's a really important message, and there's so many companies trying to do something to combat the problem.
Yep.
That having the education in these different areas in Florida would be something that could really make an impact.
Yes.
Overall, and environment in a really positive way that we haven't thought of before.
Yep. So be one of the one that give not only like shopping but also the education, which is like if all the shop like or the brands things like you things, we should have a more people educated about this thing, and more people be aware about the fashion and everything, and try to keep them to realize that they can have another way to shop and to be fashionable but still keep the safe to be like safe there to be safe for.
Exactly. And affordable too. It doesn't
Cost a fortune. It doesn't need to be unfortunate, boring stuff. Like, it would be fun, it's colorful, and seem affordable, and you can still be doing something positive with your shopping instead of shops.
Yeah. I definitely agree with you. So yeah, we fully support here with full team. So we're ready when you're ready.
Lisa, we love you.
Love you too, Sam. So yeah, last question. Seeing you growing as a person, as a business owner, more than that, we just have a Women International Day. The International Women Day.
No, it's today.
Yeah, in your day, it's like today, but we have it like yesterday, and it's not on a plan, but so coincident. Like you just confirm it, So, being a person, a woman, and a business owner, what would you say to the all women in the universe who has maybe they want to be a startup in any industry, or maybe as a mom, as any role?
I would say if you're excited about it, just go for it. Too many times we wait until we think things have to be perfect and everything has to be in line. And I've had this dream for a very long time. And luckily, I had a business partner that was willing to push forward and just kind of get it out there. And if it was up to me, I would still be dilly-dallying around with all sorts of things that I thought had to be perfect. A lot of times, I think you just have to shoot it out there and try, and then you'll just figure out the rest. And I think sometimes women tend to think they have to have it perfect and everything's planned out, and then they're going to put it out. And the truth is, I feel like for me personally, if I waited for that to happen, I would never get it.
Yeah.
And I've learned so much through making the mistakes along the way that I think the process is more fun that way.
Yeah.
So you're missing out on the fun you could be having if you're going to just shoot out and try. And ultimately, I think too, if you put it out there and you're trying, other people come along the way to help you that you never even imagined. And there's beautiful relationships to be had there too.
Exactly. Thank you so much. I believe that we need to, as a woman, we need to start it instead of only about just thinking about all the possibility, because we never know. Not if we jump into it and start it. And you are an inspiration, one of the inspiration lady that been work with us, and it's such a great honor. And seeing you, that you one of we say it's success, and you keep all the way, and you keep the consistency. Just enjoy the ride, enjoy the process, and believing on your feeling and sign. Sometimes the people, we as a woman, we just ignore it, but then it's kind of more to need to be aware about the sign, about what we feel,
And being open to receive them too, and not just being like, no, this is practical, this is practical.
Exactly.
If we all went for what was practical, we wouldn't have any swimsuits out there.
Exactly. Exactly. Made mistake is one of also the experience that teach us to know which one is better. Because if we don't know the mistake and if we don't make any wrong, but then we never know.
And you never know.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Sam, for being here in your night hour.
Thank you so much for having me, Yvonne, and everyone at Bali Summer.
Oh, thank you so much. It's such an honor. Hopefully we will have a long-term relationship, and I believe that we will, because it's so much fun to be your partner, not only a partner, but also being a friend. And congratulations with the shop. Congratulations on everything. And good luck. Best wish for this Saturday event. Hopefully everything will be going beyond what you plan, you know? You never know. Take a good rest. Remember, take a good rest. So yeah, hopefully we can talk to you soon. Very soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Yvonne and everyone. Thank you so much for having me today. And congratulations again on your 2-year anniversary, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. So thank you for being always supportive. And then, yeah, hopefully we can talk to you soon. And one more thing.
Yes.
So, ready? Let's create.
Let's create.
Yeah. Thank you, Sam. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good rest.
Have a good day, guys.
Thank you.